Keir Starmer informs Farage to cease fawning over Putin in a stern Commons reprimand. The leader of Reform UK has previously expressed his admiration for the Russian leader. Keir Starmer admonished Nigel Farage to stop fawning over Putin during their confrontation regarding the Ukraine crisis. The Prime Minister was addressing a question in Commons posed by the Reform UK leader concerning the potential number of British troops necessary to maintain peace if an agreement to conclude the war is reached. Donald Trump desires that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky sign a pact that would grant America access to his nation's natural resources in exchange for certain military support. Zelensky was scheduled to finalize the agreement last Friday prior to his dramatic altercation with Trump in the Oval Office. In the Commons, Farage inquired of the Prime Minister, President Zelensky has now acknowledged that he intends to sign the minerals agreement with America, and America is going to contribute $100 billion or whatever sum is involved, and thousands of Americans will be present in Ukraine. Subscribe to our channel to be the first to be notified whenever we release a new video. Is that by itself sufficient as a security guarantee, or does it imply that we need to deploy British troops? If so, given the size of our military, how many? Starmer responded, the mineral deal is not adequate on its own. However, may I remind him that Russia is the aggressor? Zelensky is a wartime leader whose nation has been invaded. We should all be supporting him rather than fawning over Vladimir Putin. Farage faced criticism earlier today after attributing blame to Zelensky for the Oval Office confrontation, during which Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance chastised him for not expressing sufficient gratitude for the military assistance Ukraine has received from the United States. He stated on LBC, I believe President Zelensky was very unwise to inform the Americans of the consequences they would face if they did not support him. Certainly, Trump and Vance retaliated, but I think in diplomatic terms, Zelensky handled it quite poorly. Shadow Foreign Secretary Priti Patel asserted that Farage was completely wrong. Posting on X, she remarked, President Zelensky is a hero who has confronted Putin's aggression and led his country's defense against the barbaric and illegal invasion over the past 3 years, and it is concerning that the leader of Reform has not acknowledged that. When asked by GQ magazine in 2014 which world leader he admired, Farage replied, as an operator, but not as a human being, I would say Putin. And during last year's electoral campaign, the leader of Reform UK faced significant criticism when he stated in an interview with the BBC's Nick Robinson that the West had provoked Russia into invading its neighbor through the eastward progression of NATO and the European Union. Prime Minister Keir Starmer accused Nigel Farage, the leader of Reform UK, of fawning over Russian President Vladimir Putin. This confrontation occurred during an intense debate regarding defense expenditure and the ongoing situation in Ukraine. The tension between Starmer and Farage has been escalating, particularly since Reform UK MPs faced criticism for their absence during a crucial Commons debate on defense and security. The SNP's Westminster leader, Stephen Flynn, characterized those absent as Putin's poodles, prompting a vigorous response from Reform UK's Lee Anderson. Starmer's allegation against Farage was made in response to a query concerning whether he was mirroring Farage policies by reducing the foreign aid budget to enhance defense spending. Starmer underscored that Farage's absence from the debate and his perceived admiration for Putin were not manifestations of patriotism. Farage promptly replied, dismissing Starmer's assertions as complete and utter tosh. He implied that Starmer was terribly upset and scared of him, emphasizing his own interactions with industry figures concerned about job losses. Despite the hostility between Starmer and Farage, the House of Commons exhibited a rare demonstration of unity in support of Ukraine and its president, Volodymyr Zelensky. Members of Parliament from both Labour and Conservative parties commended Zelensky's leadership and conveyed solidarity with Ukraine against Russian aggression. As the UK navigates its role in global conflicts, the exchange underscores the difficulties of achieving consensus on critical issues such as Ukraine. The ongoing debate is poised to continue influencing British political discourse and foreign policy decisions. Thank you for watching, and if you appreciated this video, please like for more.